Hi beautiful Aries, and welcome to your December tarot scope with me, Sally Kent. It's freezing cold here in the UK, so wherever you are, I hope you're feeling relaxed and I hope you're doing well. So let's have a little look to see what December has in store for you, beautiful, beautiful Aries. Okay. It seems like you're moving away from a stressful time. There seems to have been a situation where you felt mentally burdened. There seems to be something that you've either finished and walked away from, or a matter that you've been able to sort out. But either way, it's left you feeling awakened and more powerful as a result of going through that experience. Some of you may have been a bit poorly during November. You could have experienced some exhaustion, mental burnout, that type of thing. We usually tend to get the flu when we've got a lot on our mind. So some of you may have had more sniffles, a cough, things like that, as a result of kind of the stress that you had going on in your mind. There does seem to have been a kind of concern about finances, money, a particular project coming to an end. For some of you, I actually feel like it wasn't a project that ended. I actually feel like it's your mentality. It's like your way of thinking about yourself, your skills, your attributes. It's like all of that went through a transformation during November. So you're now looking at yourself in a very, very different way. If we compare these two energies, this is like November energy. November energy, mental exhaustion, feeling like down on ourselves, low in energy, feeling like, questioning our self-worth. It's things like that. So you may have experienced that type of energy in November, and some of you may have been like forced to have a few days in bed to kind of recover from the mental anguish that you're perhaps going through. But I do see that actually what you went through has helped you to have this completely amazing new beginning in how you view yourself, how you view what you do in the world, how you view your contribution to humanity at large. You guys, you offer so much to individuals, to groups of people, like you're one of the leaders of the zodiac. So with that leadership can come some stress. So I do see December being a lot more gentle for you guys and a lot more clear, where you can kind of see into the future a bit more in terms of foresight, and just to be able to actually action things that you've had on standby for what seems like months. So that's great news. Great news. Okay, and I just want to say, like, well done, because you've come through a really stressful period in your life, and as a result of what you've been through, you now know more about yourself than you did, and know more about your boundaries and your self-worth. So let's have a look. What can you expect during December, please? Oh, okay. So 9 of Pentacles for you Aries. You can expect in December for you to feel like you are independent, self-reliant, self-sufficient, confident, powerful, energetic. You can expect people to be drawn to you because you embody a leader. The example you set to people just by being you is phenomenal. Like, you don't even need to teach people things to have a teaching effect on them. So for those of you that don't know that's kind of your power as an Aries, this is the month in December where you can tap into that. You can tap into that feeling of building your confidence yourself from within. The words we speak to ourselves are incredibly powerful. So if we say kind things to ourselves and affirm things and kind of acknowledge ourselves for our efforts, even when we've been through tough times like you have recently, it's kind of acknowledging the fact that you did your best and your best was more than good enough. So you can expect to be feeling more confident than you have in a long time. A peak experience is coming for you this month in December. For those of you that have been looking for love or a new relationship, you might make this connection official this month. You might declare your feelings for this person. You might finally agree to make it, you know, if you're already together, you might decide to get engaged. You know, if you're not together but you've been talking, you might decide to begin seeing each other. It's kind of a peak experience where you feel, this is what I've been wanting. So for some of you, that may manifest in terms of a work or career project that comes to fruition, and that is the peak experience. But it does seem that money is really good for you in December. It seems like you have more than you need. So do remember that, you know, when we have more, it's always good to build a bigger table than a larger fence. So do remember to let people in this season, Aries. I know that you may be feeling like it's you that kind of initiates great change in your life, and it's you that's in charge of kind of your happiness, but really it's who we share it with that makes life more magical. And it seems that for some of you there's this like pull for you to examine the part of yourself that needs another person. So for those of you that are in an existing relationship, you may be deepening your connection by becoming more intimate in the sense with sharing your feelings. There's a definite energy of you guys wanting to share your good luck, your fortune, your abundance, your time, your energy, your awareness. It seems like you want to share it with loved ones this month, Aries. There's an emergence of a real appreciation for yourself, for your life this month. There's a feeling of being in tune and being in the right place at the right time. For some of you, this may manifest as a romantic connection happening, just seeming to fall into place. For others of you, it could be that you've been battling with, you know, weight or kind of body image issues, and you might suddenly just kind of have an epiphany in the sense of kind of almost surrendering, of being at war with yourself. You know, so many times we can be at war with parts of our body, with subconsciously, really. You know, if we ask, you know, what part of your body do you like? What part of your body don't you like? You know, a lot of us would have a list there and then to be able to say, you know, oh, I dislike my feet, or I dislike my legs, or, you know, but how many of us actually take the time to send love to those areas and to kind of to stop being at war with that part of our body? So I feel like for some of you, you're really going to have like an epiphany in the sense where you figure out a way of befriending yourself in a really deep and meaningful way. For those of you that still have your mothers with you, you may be wanting to spend more time with your mum, like be in contact with that unconditional loving energy. There's definitely an emergence of nurturing that's happening for you, Aries. You want to nurture yourself and you want to nurture your loved ones, and they want to nurture you. There's this feeling of love, just love flowing to and fro between you and another. And this feels really good, and it feels natural, it feels safe, it feels, you know, everything we associate with a positive mother role model, really. It's kind of being listened to, being accepted, being able to kind of express our truest selves to another. So there's a definite feeling of security, abundance through having more than enough money, but also having solid connections, people in our lives that we feel like we can be completely vulnerable with, and we must be able to express our vulnerability if we want a fulfilling, intimate relationship. And it seems like for you, Aries, in December, you will be examining the parts of yourself that long to express that vulnerability, but also to be there for another person in the same capacity. So it's a really lovely energy for you, Aries, in December. There's a feeling of feeling good within yourself and not needing outside approval or acknowledgement to feel good about you. You feel good because you build yourself up, and you know, once you get to that level of confidence, it can only be built upon. Nothing can destroy it because you've built it from within. So this is the 9 of Pentacles energy, sweetheart. You have built a withstanding confidence now, and it will just get better, and you will be able to withstand more of life's challenges because you're building your inner resilience from within. So I hope that helps. Okay, let's have a little look at, let's ask, what's the most important thing Aries needs to know about December, please? Okay, this is a time of, it seems like for some of you, you are doing your best to it's like you want to plow ahead with a particular thing, but you've got like a really high level of perfectionism. So the most important thing you need to know, Aries, if you continue to have such a high level of perfectionism about yourself and others, you could come across as despondent, aloof, cold, disconnected. This is a time for you to allow your emotions to be part of your decision-making faculties. If you block your emotions and just stick to reason and analogy and analysis and things like that, you will strive and you will be successful in whatever it is that you're organising and doing, but you won't have that beautiful energy of feeling supported and in alignment with the people around you. By sharing your emotions, which I know is a bit scary for you at times because you don't want to let people know that you're struggling or that you're feeling like there's too much happening. So, Aries, the most important thing you need to know about December is to limit your to-do list, limit your responsibilities if you can, minimise your day-to-day responsibilities so that you can free up some space in your mind and in your heart to explore new avenues and new ideas. I think if you allow your emotions to be part of your decision-making faculties, you will find that people will help you solve the problems that you've got on your mind. You will be able to see solutions far more easily because you've got less on your mind, so you will be able to see your situation from an objective standpoint, but also you'll be able to address things that you've been finding a bit difficult so that you can begin a new chapter. Essentially, by mid-December, you will be feeling more free emotionally than you have in a long time, but that comes by acknowledging what it is that you need to let go of and what it is that you need to embrace this month. There's a definite energy of feeling pulled in a couple of different directions. You could find that you're taken over by a new idea or a new person, and it's filling you with energy and optimism, so much so that you can't get it out of your brain. Follow what feels good this month and every month, sweetheart, because that will always lead you to magical places. We have a brain around our heart, we have neurons, so we have a decision-making physiology in our heart. So use that this month and every month going forward, and the universe will lead you to some amazing, magical and uplifting places. So that was your December reading with me. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know what you thought. I love hearing what you guys thought, and I love reading the comments. It means a lot to me, and I love thinking that I'm helping people. So thank you for watching. I'd appreciate it if you're watching this on YouTube. I'd appreciate if you could subscribe. I love the new subscribers. Thank you. And if you would like something more specific, feel free to contact me, because this is just general. So, you know, if you want a specific question or some guidance in a particular area, hit me up. Okay, so I'm wishing you an absolute magical December. Like, you've come through a really stressful time and things can only get better. So use your heart as well as your amazing mind, Aries, and you will be gravy. You will be all gravy. I'm sending you all so much love, and I'll see you next year. Oh, and if you want to start New Year's resolutions early, get a head start. You know, you guys love to be ahead. You know, why don't you start thinking about what passions and things you want to change now before the new year? And that will help you feel even more happy. Okay, bye. I'll see you next year. Bye for now.